Well, I want to thank the chair, and I also want to thank all the folks who testified here today. I appreciate it very much. It's always been very, very difficult to get NAHASDA passed, and it's something that's very, very important, and we need to get it funded at a level that will work. Agree with you, Ms. Fish. People don't understand the housing challenges in Indian country. Many folks back here don't understand the trust responsibilities we have to Native Americans. They are special to Native Americans, and I do think that the housing goes hand in hand with those responsibilities. I've also said that if we really want to address any issue, I don't care if it's schools, law enforcement, housing, the list is quite long, especially for those large land-based tribes, then we need to figure out ways to empower tribes to do that and support them in their efforts. One of the ways it was supposed to do that is through the HUD's Training and Technical Assistance Program, ensuring that tribes are knowledgeable and able to make housing decisions for their communities. It's not easy work. I have heard from tribes in Montana who have had difficulty in accessing the technical assistance system as it is currently implemented by the Housing and Urban Development. So this question is for you, Ms. Fish, and you can add in Mr. Goggles, Ms. Upton, Ms. Moreland, if you'd like. But NAIHC runs a technical assistant training program for tribal housing entities. From your perspective, what needs to be done to improve training and technical assistance to tribes that are utilizing those HUD dollars to really make a difference getting housing in Indian country?
One of the ways, thank you, Senator Tester. One of the ways that we have explored developing an efficacious technical assistance delivery system is to return to the way that our technical assistance funding was passed down to the National American Indian Housing Council. We currently work off of a cooperative agreement. The process is for receiving technical assistance assignments. Invoicing for that technical assistance is very burdensome. The administrative process alone, working through this mechanism, I have 2 staff members that predominantly do this work, working in the DRGR, working with the different operational systems that HUD has in place, working with their Office of Procurement, OPM is very difficult. Getting contracts passed that support the technical assistance delivery is very difficult, working through that mechanism. And so we've explored the option to return to the old way, which was where we received a grant and we were able to receive the technical assistance requests directly and then deliver the technical assistance. In the same stroke or in the same step, we're also able to develop best practices, case studies, and do our own research in a very streamlined way. There you go.
Good. Anybody else like comment? Mr. Goggles?
Senator Tester, thank you. TNTA at the National American Indian Housing level works. I can attest to that. I have 13 years of unmodified opinions on my financial compliance audits.
Okay.
So we are good stewards of the federal assistance and Uncle Sam's dollar. It impacts how we deliver services to our clientele. So I know the TNTA works. When we had it before at NAIHC, we had folks coming to our reservation without too much of a bureaucratic system in place. Now it's more having a couple of folks that you have to jump through some hoops for. But getting that service to us, getting out to the grantees helps them understand like federal regulation, like 2 CFR, understanding Native American Housing and Self-Determination Act, understanding the eligible activities that you can participate in, and the kinds of activities under the Indian Community Development Block Grant Program.
Okay. Really quickly, and it's for you, Mr. Upton. You listed a half a dozen things that we could do in Congress. Could you give me your number one issue of those 6?
Of the 6 would be to increase appropriations for the NACA program. It was stagnant from 2014 to roughly 2020 at 16 million. There's 72 native CDFIs, and it's up to approximately 23 million now. 50 million is what we need, and that would make a huge impact, especially if we're going to make native CDFIs 184 lenders. We need capital.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Senator Tester.